All right. It is Monday. And let me find myself here. There we go. All right. It's I Bring It Every Day. And my name is Kelly. And welcome into Motivation on Monday. So let's get this week started on a positive note. And bam. So welcome in. So we have Racine. Good morning. Good to see you. Good to see you. How are you doing? Haven't seen you as much. I kind of miss you. You were always there for me in the beginning, and it was cool. But it's always a pleasure. And let me know what you're up to today, or just in general. Yeah. I know you were working, but other than that, I don't remember. But anyway, it's so great to see you. So what I'm going to do here is I got to change one little thingy here. Oh, you're doing great. Good, good, good. Yeah, you look pretty perky. I saw you on Instagram or one of those. Can't remember which one, but it was good. And I said, Racine's here. Yay. Okay. You've been working, but now you're back at home. Okay. And you'll be able to join more. Okay. Good, 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 good. I'm very happy because I always wonder, like when you see people and then they disappear and then, stuff happens, right? I mean, that's just life. YouTube it can be a lot. It can be a lot. And I understand, the need to take a break and step away and all those things. So cool. Oh, we got Love Crochet Babe, 65. Good to see you. Good morning. Oh, great Monday, sunny in Central Florida. Love your Monday motivation. Thank you so much. Awesome. Yeah, I gotta put one thing here. Let me just edit this thing here. And then we'll fix this. This is great. Well, so thank you so much for coming. This is not this is kind of an unusual thing. I started doing this a little while back, maybe 3 or 4 months to get myself straight for the week. Because I always feel like we all need to do it. You know what I mean? You need a little kick in the butt to get you started. And so I understand that. Yeah. So anyway, so I've been really trying my best to get myself, moving on Mondays. Because I found that when I worked, I was definitely one of those people who was always dreading Monday. And then, I had various jobs where things were going maybe a little bit better. And then I said, well, I'm going to try to just sort of hit the ground running. And so when I started doing that, I found that I was much better. Yeah. Oops. There we go. A little crooked here. I got stuff under under my laptop just to push it up a little bit. But anyway, that's kind of how this whole thing started. And I've been really, trying to keep myself going. And I've been trying to sort of grow my channel, like everybody else. You try to grow your channel, you try to, put some positive stuff out there. Because, like we've been through it. I think the crochet community's sort of been through it. And I just sort of said, well, let's see if we can put some positive vibes out and sort of get stuff moving that way. So there it is. Okay. So here's my quote for today, and I'll put this in the chat room or in the oh my goodness. I'll put this in the description and also in the I'll pin it to the chat. Yep. Sorry. Slow brain going here. Yeah, so anyway, so everyone's saying hi. Yep. Life does happen. Yeah, doesn't it? And that's really the thing, I guess, you just have to sort of get through the lows, celebrate the highs, and just keep moving forward. But it's easier said than done. Sometimes you get stuck in the past, and that's something like I've sort of been guilty of myself. And I've been sort of trying to keep moving, because what do they say? They kind of say, and I don't remember what the quote is, but they say, yesterday's the past, today is the present, or a gift. And so you got to make the most out of it today. And that's pretty cool. I like that. So anyway, here we go. Yes. Now, this one is not, I tried to do some research to see who it is attributed to. And a few people, it's been attributed to a few people. So I think the answer is nobody knows who originally said this. But this is the thing that struck me today and resonated. So it says that attitude is a little thing that makes a big difference. And so along this way, I've been trying to, put everything out there as a positive attitude can get you a lot further than a negative attitude. And I think if you, send some positivity out there, you kind of get what you give. So if you give some positivity, you'll get some positivity back. If you give some negativity, that's what you're going to get back. Yeah. So I'm going to put this one. Now they say they attribute this one to Winston Churchill, but apparently other people have said versions of it, and then other people pass after Winston Churchill have said other versions. So it's very interesting. But I'm going to put this one in the chat here. Let me put it here, and then this will do it. So that's the first thing that really resonated with me today is just the positive attitude. You got to do it, and yeah. So I'm going to put this one in. And so anyway, so the weekend was great. I'll just talk a little bit about that. I really enjoyed, like, I tried to get out and do a little bit of walking this weekend. Try to do a little bit of exercise. I'm not a big exerciser, which is bad. But I've really tried to try to keep moving and get out of the house because like when you're doing YouTube, it's easy to get stuck in the house. So I'm trying really hard not to do that. And so it was good to get out. I got out a little bit yesterday, and that was fun. And my husband, I think, really enjoyed it too, because I know sometimes it's been very, very uncomfortably hot here, and it was like 100 the other day, over 100. It was like 102. It was in the 90s yesterday, so it was pretty warm and uncomfortable. And so getting out of the house is hard, especially when you have a little bit of AC. You get spoiled. You know what I mean? Yes. Oh, there's Miguel. How's it going? Who knows? Good to see you. So, you know what I mean? It's just one of those things. Like, I was just very happy to get out, get some air, and that was great. But now today, I think it's humid and hot already, and I haven't even started. It's only, what is it, 8:49 here, a.m. Eastern, and my windows are all fogged up from all the humidity. So I'm not looking forward to going outside today. Oh, we got Tamika. Good morning. I bring it in, everyone. Good to see you. You see, so I'm putting today's quote. I'm going to pin this in the chat. I'm using my other device, so this is bad typing. But anyway, I just want you guys to think about this one today. But I'm going to read a couple more, and I don't want to overdo it, but I think that makes a big difference. Yeah. So did I spell difference? Yeah. So anyway, this one here, this one has been attributed to several people and other people. So I'm going to say, so I'm going to put this in the chat. Then I'm going to pin it because sadly, this has been attributed to a couple of different people. Yeah. So there it is. So that's a little thing just to kind of, as you're going through your week, keep that in mind. When you go to the dark side, come back to the light side. Yeah. Do a little Star Wars reference, even though that's not my jam. Okay. Yes. And good to see you. Let me see. That was Tamika. Good morning. Yes. Thank you for coming. All right. And let's see. Oh, 100 degrees is a cold front here. Yeah. Texas is very hot. It's amazing. But I guess how far are you from the equator? I guess you're closer than we are anyway. Yeah. Like the East Coast. Like I'm sort of in the Northeast, so it's a big different weather pattern up there. Yep. So let me put you guys on the screen. So we have Tamika saying good morning. There we go. We've got Miguel and Love Crochet Babe. And let me get to Racine saying good morning. Hopefully this will show. Hopefully. There we go. So welcome in, you guys. I appreciate you coming. Yeah. Because I know it's early. And, there's so many things. Usually people are just waking up. So I get it. I get it. Yeah. So, but that's the main quote that I was feeling today. And then, now this one is very interesting too. This is about goal setting. And this is from Bo Jackson. And he says, set your goals high and don't stop till you get there, which is very good. I like that one too. So I'm going to put this one in. So Bo Jackson was a two sport person. He did baseball and football. Yeah. He didn't do baseball longs. I think he had hip problems or something, some kind of leg, hip, injury or something like that. But, playing those sports is so hard on the body. You make great money and I hope you invest it, but it really does a number on your body. And I've known some people that have had hip replacements, knee replacements who are athletes. So it's crazy. Yeah. So in a way, I'm kind of glad I didn't do that so much. So there's that. So those are the two quotes that I really am feeling today. And we'll get to that. So I don't know what you guys think of those two. Those are a good ones. I'll put the Bo in the chat also. Yeah. Bo Jackson. So what are your weekly plans? And so like I said, I usually start these Mondays out kind of planning out what I'm going to do for the week. And I already have my list sort of made out, and I'll just share a little bit. What I'm doing this week is I'm paring down the yarn collection like everybody else, and I have some groups, so we have some groups in local thrift stores and things like that that are taking a lot of the arts and crafts supplies. So that's going to be real easy, to I'm going to find people who want the stuff. So it's going to be pretty simple. And I have a few that I'm going to try that Facebook Marketplace. I know that's Miguel's place. And yes, he's pretty awesome finding stuff on there. I can't believe the stuff he finds. Oh, there's Ashley Wester. Good morning. Yes, good to see you. So, are you on your way to work today? I know a lot of people are. Yeah, and it's so warm and uncomfortable. So my windows are just foggy from all the humidity. It's just really steamy out there. So I'm just hoping that today won't be too bad, because we have to do some other things that we're doing this week. Is we're doing some recycling, because our local trash people don't do the recycling. You have to do it yourself. So we usually do every other week or so. We take a couple big bags of cans and bottles and get rid of them. But especially, like, for me, the plastic is the biggest thing that drives me insane, because it's just everywhere. You really can't avoid the plastic. And I'm just hoping that this stuff gets reused or whatever. But we have a recycler not too far from the house, and they take the stuff, and I see them. They have a big, I don't know, like an area where they bag all this stuff up. So what they do is they do the cardboard, in one section, and then all the plastic, they sort of smash it with a machine, and sort of like a hay baler, and it's these big plastic massive things. So it's really cool to see that it does get at least sent out somewhere, because I just feel like we have so much plastic. And even just like the laundry soap, I'm thinking about trying to get rid of all this plastic with the laundry soap, but I've been like a cheapskate, and I've been buying this stuff, as you see it in the store. You buy a couple of bottles and you go, okay. And then the next thing you know, you've got, pretty massive bottles and so much plastic. So I don't know what to do. I don't buy bottled water, but that plastic really does, it's really a pain, and it piles up. So I'm always trying to get rid of this stuff. And that's what I'm doing, is just paring down and organizing and things like that. Anyway, there's Ashley. Ashley's link is there. And let's see. Anybody else? Let's see. Miguel said, also, Ashley does have to work. And Miguel said, I still need to finish showing the 12 hardcover crochet books. Oh, you got from Facebook. That's not bad. $10. Now, was that one of those series, Miguel? I forget what they call it. Or they just random crochet books? But that's cool. Yeah, those are great. I've been really enjoying a lot of that stuff. And I don't know. It's weird. Like, I've been looking at a lot of these old patterns and trying to, see what's happening, and learn how to put things together, because that's really the biggest thing, trying to learn how to put things together. Oh, there's good. Oh, there's not the end. Hello. Hello, Kelly, and all in the chat. Stop by to give a like and say thank you. Hi, on my way to the grocery store. Everyone have a great day. Thanks for stopping in. I appreciate it. And we have Isella is here. Crafts and Dolls, good morning. Great to see you. Thank you so much for coming in. That's awesome. Yes. Well, enjoy the supermarket. I do like food shopping. It's one of my favorite things. Yes. Oh, yes. And Isella's saying have fun. Yeah. To not the end. Good for you. Yeah. So let's see. Oh, it's almost. Oh, so you're an hour behind me. That's what Ashley's saying. It's almost 8 a.m. Yep. Yeah. So East Coast, we're almost 9. Yeah. So it's heading into 9 a.m. And 9 a.m. just comes so fast. So I got up early this morning. I was trying to. I'm working on some crochet stuff, trying to get that going a little bit, and it's going pretty well. Playing around with colors. So I'm doing some color changing, and that's like the thing that I'm sort of working on right now. And it's turning out pretty good. Like, I'm happy about it because I hate doing it, but I said I'm going to force myself to do it. So I'm doing that. And let's see. See Racine saying hi to not the end. Hello. Yeah. So, so I got up probably at 6 today, which is terrible. Yeah. Too early. And I should have worked out a little bit. I was sort of moving stuff around, Yeah, so you start at 9. Yeah, that's pretty soon. Yeah, good for you. Well, anyway, get something to eat. Get some water, hydrate because it's hot out there. Yes, that's the main thing. And I definitely got some water to hydrate, so I did that. Had a cup of coffee, and that was good. But that's all I can do in the morning. And right now it's so peaceful. Like, I love it. It is really, really nice. And I'm hoping that like this is a nice quiet vibe. Okay, Ashley gets up at 7. Yeah, that's good. Yeah, I've been getting up way too early, and so my plan now is to stop doing that. I can get up probably closer to 7. I need to be doing that. I feel like I'm getting up too early, and then at the end of the day, I'm really pooped. So I rather, yeah, I don't know. I want to get up at a nice medium time, but I just find that I'm always up at 6ish. So let's see. I'm gonna put this Bo Jackson quote in the chat. You can take a look at this one. Meditate on this one. And hopefully this will go well here. So this is about goal setting, because this is the beginning of the week. You sort of have to figure out like what you want to do, like what are your plans. Yep. And then just in general, this is the interesting thing about this quote here is that I think a lot of people don't set their goals high enough. So my thinking is, and I never thought of this until much later in life, but they say you don't want to set your goal too low, because you could hit it, right? And then what happens when you hit it? And that's what happens with a lot of people when they're striving to get somewhere. They'll pick the low, they call it the low hanging fruit. And the low hanging fruit, you can hit it without much of a stretch, right? But if you sort of set it a little bit higher, maybe you'll miss it, but you're still higher than where you might have put it when you did that low hanging fruit. And this is what got me thinking about that. But here it is. Okay, and don't stop. Let me put this in here. So I like this one too. Yes, and don't stop till you get there. Yep. And till you get there. Yeah, I like this. This is Bo Jackson. Oops, if only I could spell. Yeah, it's early in the morning. Yeah, and oops. If only I can spell. Here we go. Jackson. All right. So I'm going to put that one in the chat there. Till you get there. Bo Jackson. Yes. So that's a good one. Now let's see. We got someone came in. There's Tina. Sorry you caught me typing there. So this Crafts by the Rose. Good morning. I gave you a thumbs up already. Hello, everyone else in the chat room. Thanks for coming in. It's good. Let's see, Isella. This is Isella saying hi to Tina. Isella's crafts and dolls. Oh yeah, and how are the crafts and dolls going, Isella? Yeah, I have to tell you, not to enable, but this week is Target Circle, and what does it say? Oh, Target Circle is having all these dolls on sale. That's what I want to tell you. But I don't want to enable. But I did see a bunch of Barbies and things like that on sale. So I was like, uh-oh. Yeah, so for all the doll people, you can go to Target, and they have a lot of the Monster High and Rainbow High. I think that's what it's called. Yes. Oh, but isn't a bird in the hand worth two in the bush? Yeah, that is true. That is true. And this quote, I actually my thought on this one is very helpful with money. So there was this thing, I guess it's in economics, they say money today is better than money tomorrow. Like, in other words, if you can get paid today, don't wait for more money tomorrow. You know what I mean? But if you're able to get paid today. So I think that's good in that regard. But the thing with the goal setting is you don't want to set your goal like you really should set a goal that's crazy, like really insane and over the top. And if you don't make it completely, there's a chance that you're going to be really close. You know what I mean? Or you might make it. So you don't want to be too easy with your goal setting. You know what I mean? You want to give yourself a little bit of a stretch. And if there's something that you truly want that's really out there, you can set that as a goal, but you have to find the steps to get to that goal, right? And that's the evil plan. I mean, that's the hard part. That's where all the work is. Finding the steps to take to get to those goals, right? But anyway, Felicia, what the heck are you doing up? But hello. Yes, I was lurking in your live stream last night. I woke up at like, I don't know what time it was. It was like 1:30, 1, I don't know. It was crazy. You guys were talking about plants. And I was like, okay, they're working over there. Yes. But thank you so much for stopping. Yeah, they're working over there, the garden people. That's cool. And oh yeah, dolls on sale. And I was surprised. And some of them are allegedly 50% off, 30% off. And but they're clearing them out. Like, those people are buying them. Like, I was surprised. We went there. I think this Target Circle started, might have been the 14th or 3rd. I don't know, it might have been last Friday or whatever. And they, we were just sort of like walking through there because I think we go there to get our coffee because they have the best price on the coffee, even cheaper than Walmart, which is funny. Oh yes, Uno. Oh wait, hold on. Good to see you. Oh, we got Pebbles too. Hey, good morning. Let me go back up here. Yeah, so dolls are on sale, so check it out at Target. And Pebbles, hello. Pebbles Pico, good morning. Special greeting to Kelly. Thank you. And Ashley said, yesterday, my mom and dad and I were watching the Indiana Jones movies, and I was crocheting on my Afghan while watching. Yep, that's the best thing to do when watching those movies. Although you miss some of the interesting parts. Oh yeah, and then okay, so Felicia's watering early before it gets too hot. Yeah, it's pretty hot right now. I can tell. And Uno, hey. Now what are you doing up so early? Let's see, waiting for you outside in our sprint workout. Oh, was I asleep? No, I was not. I should be doing that, but I've been eating better. So I had a bad week last week where I was eating not the best. I had dessert, and that's where I was getting in trouble. But I have to really be careful because I said, "Oh man," I felt like my belly was like, whoop! I ate a little bit of sugar. It was bad. Yeah. You try your best, But the sprints, that's pretty funny. Yeah, well, yeah, I need to be doing that. But I did walk yesterday. I walked about 3 or 4 miles yesterday, and that was good. And I need to do that every day. So that's the plan for the week, is to do a little more walking and get out. Yes. Well, I was back because you know why? Because I have to tell you guys, Sunflower Ashley and her mother sent me Twinkies, which is great but terrible at the same time. So I was eating. Oh, they were good. And then my husband's like, "Oh my gosh, these are so good." So we had, I had probably 4 last week. It's not good. Yeah, so I have to really be careful. Yeah. So you're lurking, Isella. Put you on the big TV. Uh-oh. How do I look? Let me see. All right now. Yeah, so that's it. But that's where we are in the plan. So, like I said, just remember, you got to aim high. You got to do those goals high. Uh-oh. Jamia. Hello. She's lurking too. She's in the bushes. Wow, everyone's in the bushes. Well, I understand. It's you got to get that week started. And I haven't eaten yet. I'm trying to sort of wait till I get hungry, and that's different. I can't do the OMOD, the 1 meal a day, but I usually do 2. Yeah. It's in Uno saying 3 or 4 miles is good. A lot of people underestimate the great benefits of walking. Yes, that is true. And when I was working my last job, the company started this walking thing, and they gave everybody, this is how long ago it was. They gave everybody pedometers before there were the fancy watches. And people, of course, those pedometers did not record any of my steps. I'd be out there walking for hours, nothing. It would show up like 5 steps. And I'm like, but my husband would use a pedometer, and he would get all his steps would be recorded. So I don't know if I'm walking funny or what's going on. But anyway, the tragedy of it was the company was trying to, get people to exercise, and they were rewarding people who got all these steps in. And I think they were probably I don't know, probably monitoring these steps and the exercise, the whole thing. And I just could not get mine to record. And I put it on my hip, in my pocket, just anywhere. It just wouldn't record. And so, and Uno's saying hi to Jamie. Yeah. And yes. So anyway, long story short was I think they got mad at me for not getting my steps in, even though I was doing the walking. But anyway, 2 of the ladies that I work with, this is the point of the story. When we started all this walking, 2 women that I work with lost 40 pounds each. And the one lady was big. I want to say, I don't know what she weighed, but she probably weighed more than 200, right? And she slimmed down. Like, it was amazing. And the one that was a little bit smaller, like, she probably had about 30 pounds to lose. She lost 40 pounds, and her face was like cheekbones. She had little muscles, no stomach. I mean, it was amazing. So just from walking, these 2 ladies, just the difference between the 2. And then they all started becoming like workout people. Like, they weren't workout people before, and then they became workout people later. So very interesting. So yeah, walking is good. Oh, Tina, you're asking about that garlic. Yeah. So let me see if I put this on the screen here. Come on. Uh-oh. Here we go. Yes. So Tina's asking about. So I made steaks the other day with this big jar of garlic. So they have this garlic. It's preserved, and I think they put it in olive oil, and there might be some vinegar or something like that in there. And it comes in a jar that's about this big, 12 inches high. It's big. And yeah, you were wondering how it doesn't spoil. So part of it is, I think it's preserved. They put a little preserve, there's some preservatives in there. And the other thing is, we go through it quite a bit. And since I started cooking on my channel, I've been really going through it so that it doesn't spoil. And so far, I've been like, the Dollar Tree has really small ones, like, that are about this big and real skinny. They have like this, but this one that I have is like this. It's about a foot by about 3 or 4 inches wide. It's a big jar. And I'm like halfway through it already. And I just opened it maybe 2 weeks ago. Yeah, it's crazy. So yeah, it didn't spoil so far, but you have to keep it in the fridge. And that's the thing. Okay. Oh, you did. Okay. Yes. Okay. And then Uno's saying that pedometers are iffy. Yeah, I was wondering about that, because I just went, oh man. Let's see. Now, did you send this on Facebook, Racine? Yeah, I never could get it to register. Yeah, so that's good to know that it's iffy. But my husband would get his steps in, and I said, how in the heck? Every time I would try to do it, it just wouldn't work. So I was very sad. Like, for me, that made me very sad. Because they were saying, well, Are you losing weight? I did lose a little bit of weight, but it wasn't like a ton. Like these other people really lost a lot. And let's see, message. Oh, there it is. Ah, nice. Oh, Racine, check you out. I'm gonna do it this way. Oh, that's beautiful. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I'm gonna have to do it this way. So this is device number 3, but this is what Racine's working on. So these are doilies. It looks like. And you got purple. I've never seen. Is that blue or purple? That's really nice. Gorgeous. Good for you, Racine. Yeah, I haven't done the doilies. That's the one thing. I have some um, patterns, but I haven't tried them yet. I've been kind of a weenie. So let me put that back up there again. Wow, that looks good. Yeah, that is gorgeous. Good for you. Okay. I see you, Racine. Thanks for sharing that. Yeah, that's nice. Let me see here. Hang on just a second. Okay. All right. Let me see. We got Rosalie's Craft Creations. Good to see you. Thanks for coming in. And yes, okay, and Uno's saying, yeah, walking is beneficial for fat loss. Oh, okay. More so than sprint workouts. So you're doing well with the walking. Okay. Yeah, those people really like phew, like all that fat went away. I said I was impressed. But they got hooked, and that's the thing. I never was hooked on working out, but I would always like play, baseball, basketball, stuff like that. So I like doing sports kind of like that when I could, where I wouldn't get like murdered. Because usually, like people would, throw the football. I'm not a good at catching, but I can catch it and stuff, and I can run and do plays and all that. But that's the stuff I used to do like when I was really young. And kickball, basketball. Yes. And there's Jamie. Oh, FR Humphrey saying hey to Jamie. And Rosalie. Okay. Uno saying hey to Rosalie. And yes, I got you on Messenger. Yep. That's beautiful. Oh, so here's what Racine said. She said hers is purple, lavender, and green. Oh, wow. That's really cool. Okay. Purple, lavender, and green, and it's for a coffee table. Okay. And I will take a picture so you can see. That's really nice. Yeah, I would love to see that. Yes, and this is where I go wrong. Uno. The number one thing about fitness, got to stay consistent. It's hard in the beginning, but eventually becomes routine. Right. And well, yeah, I need to go there. I need to get there. So maybe you guys can hold me accountable. And yeah. So we'll see. I'm going to be doing a little bit today out in the garden, but that's not really walking. But I need to probably do that. That's beautiful. Oh, FR Humphrey said she gained weight. It's hard to stay on track while traveling is terrible. Yes, 5 trips in 4 months. Still down from the starting point. Good. Trying to get back on plan. Yeah, FR Humphrey, you did great. Yeah, she started just eating better, right? Yeah. But traveling is tough. And the reason I'll tell you, I used to travel too for work. And it's weird. So I started ordering. I'm trying to think, what the heck did I order? I would just do breakfast for me, and I would stay away from like the pancakes and stuff. But I would do like the eggs and bacon, and that would always fill me up. And then eat fruit, with it. And that's how I would do it. I would just do whatever had fruit and eggs and bacon, I would just eat that. And that sort of kept me from eating a lot of junk. But a lot of people, on those, when you go to these restaurants, the portion sizes are crazy. And at least for me, or I think even for most people, the portion sizes are really out of control. And people don't realize how much they eat when they go out, because they try to give you nice, portion sizes, which is, because you're paying real money, right? But you really can eat way more than you do. And the other thing is, they say to stay away from those baskets of bread, which for me, I do enjoy bread. And so I always have to, stay away from that. But if you're ever traveling, like I would say stick with breakfast or, have a nice meat dinner, a nice carnivore dinner. and then leave the rest alone like it's bad. Yes. But anyway, oh, thank you so much, Racine. I would love it if you share it. Oh wow. So Rosalie, you did Zumba. That's fun. I've seen people, I've never done it, but I've seen people like, in the mall and stuff doing it. It looks like a lot of fun. Salsa dancing's good. Yeah. And then Uno's saying to Felicia, yes, it's hard, especially when traveling. I take my jump rope with me if I travel. Oh, wow. Great cardio and total body workout. Good for you. That's a good idea. See, I forget about this stuff. Oh, okay. Oh, about the garlic. Yeah, so just keep it in the fridge. But since I've been cooking, Tina, about the garlic, I've been going through it. And so that's only about 2 weeks old. I think I bought it 2 weeks ago, like at the end of June. Yeah, it's not bad. So, but anyway, I think it has garlic, not garlic. It has vinegar in it. So it's a little bit preserved, but it tastes really good. Yep. Oh, excuse me a second. But anyway, yeah, so that's, so it stays preserved. And it doesn't have a lot of preservatives in it, but I think it's the vinegar. And they have some kind of oil in there also, I believe. They put it like olive oil or something like that in there. But it's good. And then oh yeah, and then Uno's saying Zumba's great. It works up a great sweat. Yep, a good sweat. Yep. Oh, it's not magic. Good morning. And some coffee. I could use more. And then yeah, Rosalie saying, yes, Uno, yes it does. Yep. Yeah, Zumba's pretty cool. Let's see. I pray song by food. Oh, you're going to Red Lobster for your birthday. Is your birthday this coming up? Is it now? Oh. But anyway, happy birthday in advance. That's great. Red Lobster. I have not been there in 100 years. Yeah. I have not been. Now, let's see. Oh, Una said, not gonna lie, I like a big spread from Waffle House. Oh, you had a big spread from Waffle House. Oh, I know. I do enjoy Waffle House. Those waffles are actually pretty good, I have to say, because I make my own from scratch, and theirs are pretty good. Yeah. Let's see. Oh, you made okay. Rosalie made froggy crochet pattern. Good for you. Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah. Oh, yes. Okay. Okay. So Roberta's saying, Kelly, you need to eat before you get too hungry. Waiting is when you start making poor choices. Yeah. So I did buy some. They had some hand carved ham. Like my husband likes ham. So I got some hand carved. It was like ham on the bone and it was carved from the store. And so we have that sort of as a fast food. And so like I would make a sandwich. And I bought some tuna. So I have tuna, canned tuna, which is not the best, but it's okay, in a pinch. That's usually what I eat. And then if I want something kind of warm, I'll do like some bacon. Like I'll do a bacon and an egg, which is pretty fast. But the other thing that I started eating a little bit of that's been helpful, but it's not the best, but it's not bad, is they have this Italian pasta in most stores. Nowadays they have this handmade pasta, and it's softer. So what it is it's not dried, right? I'll do a little dried pasta with some, put some protein in there, and then heat it up, and it only takes like 3 or 4 minutes to cook. So if you like, some of it's like stuff with spinach, and some of it has salmon and crab. Like they'll put stuff in there, to give you a little more than just the pastas, or have spinach and cheese or something like that. So that's the other thing we do for fast food. Yeah. Yep. But Waffle House is amazing. But just beware of I heard there's a lot of cuckoo people in there. It's just terrible. I love, I don't know. It's funny how some places just get all the fun people. Let's see. Okay, and you're getting your exercise on exercise bike. It's working good. Eating yogurt and granola. Well, let me tell you. So granola's okay, but you're better off just eating oatmeal. Because granola has a lot of sugar, so you just have to be careful. Yeah. I bring it in, fam. You got to go back to work. Have a blessed day. Thanks, Uno. Good to see you. And thanks for stopping on your birthdays this week. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, you are correct. Yeah, the last place had a great breakfast with good choice. Yeah, that's good. Yeah, that's what Felicia's saying. Yeah, and that's what I always sort of stick with. And I would rather eat breakfast at a place than eat lunch. And that's the thing that I've been doing is just sort of doing that carnivore thing, for breakfast. And I'd rather just eat that and just fill myself up and keep it moving. Yeah. Yep. Yeah, because lunch, I feel like, sometimes a sandwich, I say I like hoagies, which are bad. And there's so much bread, so you're getting probably 400 calories in the bread that's on the sandwich, which is probably not so good. And then all the carbs. Yeah. So it's hard to keep this balance, you know what I mean? So I'm trying to, keep from eating as much junk as possible, but it's hard sometimes. And I do enjoy dessert. And then this is ice cream season because it's so hot, right? And we have a few dairies around us that do ice cream. So we do sort of go there here and there, but I stick to a scoop or so and I kind of try to keep it on the small side. So if I do have a little taste for it, I'll try to get the kid size thing. They have a kid size cone, and then this one place does soft serve, so they do a kid size cone, like a medium, which would be like a 1 scoop, and then they have like a 2 scoop size, and then a bigger one. And I just do that kid size one. It's like $1.50. It's small. You get a little taste of ice cream, and then you keep it moving, but you don't like shove it in your face so much. So that's the plan. But I said, oh, it's so hard out here. It is. It's hard. Yeah. But I'm trying this, like the one meal a day. I got to that like about 2 years ago. I was doing one meal a day, but I'll tell you, I was getting a little dizzy toward the end. I would try to eat around 2 p.m. And ooh, that was hard. Yes. Yes. Yeah. Oh, so Felicia, same thing. So now, what time did you go off last night? Because you guys were on. I think, like I said, I slept. I went to bed a little bit early yesterday, and then I got up about 1. And then I said, let me see what Felicia's up to. But I didn't type in the chat. I was just like, but they were having a good conversation about the food. But yeah, I mean about the food. Well, you were growing food. You were talking about growing stuff, and you were funny about, like, she was talking about the peaches. I think it was one of your fruit trees. The squirrels were eating everything, which is pretty funny. I said, these animals will eat everything. And you sit there and you're just like, oh, but anyway. But yeah, she likes desserts too. Yeah, desserts are amazing. And I don't know. Like I said, it's really hard. But I've really cut back. When I think about the stuff that I used to eat all the time. But I guess when you're young, you can do that to your body. 2 a.m. Ah, that's late. Yeah, I must have come in right before you were ending. Yeah, about halfway. About 1. Yeah, 1:30. That's cool though. But they had a lot of people over there. But my whole thing now, I'm doing a little gardening, not serious gardening. Oh, Central Time. Oh my gosh, that's 3 a.m. Yeah, and just type Kelly in the chat, Crashed by the Rose, and hopefully Nightbot will get you. Yeah, Kelli, and that will do it. Put this on here. But this is good. But so that's where we are. So like I said, I'm trying to keep the positive vibes going. Oh, I Spy Queen. Hello. Good to see you. You got some jewelry. Hello, hello. Yes. But anyway, Felicia. Oh, girl. You guys in this 3 I can't believe you're awake. See, I would be unconscious if I was awake at 3 a.m. right now. But I used to be able, to hang out, but I can't do it anymore. It's so tragic. Getting old. I'm definitely trying to get my sleep and keep myself looking pretty good. I mean, it's not a vanity thing, but I always feel like I'm tired. If I don't, I'll put a banner on there. There we go. Yeah, I always feel like if I don't get my sleep, I'm like cranky. Not cranky. Well, no. My husband gets a little cranky. He needs his beauty sleep too. Yeah. You see Crest by the Rose. That's her link there. Yeah. You know how it is. And my one daughter, like she was the same way. Like if she didn't get her sleep, she was a little scary. So we're like, hey, you gotta, like, girl, take yourself, you know where to go. she she just thought I was, yeah, a lot. But I just knew, and I always knew when she was hungry because she would get hangry. They when they say hangry, that was her. That was her. But that's the plan of the week. We get ourselves, have, like, you just in general in life, just set some good goals and go where you want to go. You know what I mean? Where, like if you're not happy where you are, then you have to make plans to get to where you want to be, right? And everything in life, like, it takes work. It takes work. And there's usually you're cranky. Oh no, Felicia. I find that so hard to believe. You're so chill. Right. Yeah, time for nap. I know you they party over there on the FR Humphrey channel. And I Spy Queen saying, right? And that's awesome. But like I said, I've just been really trying to send some positive vibes out there in the YouTube land, and just kind of get people thinking about, where you want to go. Because the thing about it is, once you stop dreaming, then you're like, your life is over. So you really, if you're not where you want to be, you sort of have to make plans to get there. And we're all trying to grow our channel a little bit and meet some people and make friends and do all that. And I think that's good. And that's the one thing about YouTube that's, oops, drop my straw. That's the one thing about YouTube that's great, is that you kind of meet people, and hopefully you meet some like-minded people. And it's really good. It's good that we can all support each other and keep going in there. So anyway, so I have in the chat where I uh, posted the link where it says attitude is a little thing that makes a big difference. And they were saying, that a positive attitude can sort of get you through, the hard times. And just remember, when you, I won't say fail, but when things don't go the way you expect them to go, then you just have to just approach the situation from a different angle, right? And sometimes you have to sort of kick down a door. A lot of times people close the door on you, and you have to find your way around the door. You have to sort of kick the door down, and to get to where you want to go. And that's like the whole thing, in life. And that's one of those things, like, my parents, I don't know if they ever told me that, but I sort of learned that in my work life, is that you have to be very, very strategic in your goals, and then in the steps that you have to take to sort of push you forward toward those goals. And that's the thing that I don't know if that's one of those things my parents ever said to me. They always said work hard, but work hard is kind of vague. You have to be very, very specific in your intentions, and in life, you know what I mean? You have to be very, very intentional. And I think that's the thing that a lot of people may or may not, their parents may or may not tell them that. You have to be very intentional in everything that you do, right? And hopefully, like I said, and then when you're positive, that really can push you, very, very far, in my opinion. Yeah. And let me know what you guys think of that, if you don't mind. Yep. And then the other thing is, like I said, I talked about Bo Jackson, and I put it in the chat a little bit earlier, where, he said, you got to set your goals high. You don't want to just set them low and easy to reach. You just want to work it. Yes. Uh-oh. Oh, you want to do the Alaska cruise, FR Humphrey. Okay. I see you. Yes. Yes. So Alaska 25, Fiber Arts Festival 2025, Hawaiian Cruise 2026. Wow. I think I may have to jump in on both of those. I like all of them. All three, actually. And the launch of your kids eventually. Wow, that's great. I love it. That is great. Yeah, my husband and I do enjoy Hawaii. Oh, and I'm right. Oh, thank you. I Spike We. Yeah, I just wonder sometimes, like, if people really, because that's the thing. That's one of those things I wish I had known that as a younger person. You know, my parents were really heavily into education, and they were saying, you obviously you graduate from high school, but they said you got to go further, you got to go further, you got to get, got to get more. And I always had my, my blinders on in that regard. When I got my education, took care of that. And I was very hyper focused, even as a very young child. And that was sort of where I lived, for my first, 21, 22 years of my life. I was heavily focused on education. But then I never really thought about after. You know what I mean? Like, you always have to sort of be thinking ahead. Like, what are you going to do after you reach that goal, right? Yes. So, okay. All right. See you later, Tina. Thanks for coming, and take care also. Yeah. So those are the things you always have to be thinking ahead. You got to think ahead to the next thing. Because I think what happens with a lot of people too is they reach the goal that they want to get to, but then what? Right? Like, what are you going to do with it? Right? Yes. Oh, okay. Let me see. So F.R. Humphrey's saying she's considering going back to school, either a certificate program or a master's degree. Yeah. So I did a master's degree. Whew, that was something. We can talk behind the scenes, and I'll fill you in. But I had a really interesting experience with that. But it was a lot more, and not to scare you, but there's definitely a lot of work involved in that. And it's so different, from like an undergraduate degree. And a lot of people, this is another thing nobody ever talked about. You think it's the same, but it's not. It's very interesting, but it's a good accomplishment, and it's a lot of work, and you just have to be ready for that. Yeah. Because they throw it at you. They throw a lot of work at you. Oh, yes. Yeah, and I agree with this too, I Spy Queen. I wish they'd bring back a lot of the trade programs because I feel they work better than going to college for a long, expensive degree. I know if you want to be a lawyer or doctor, yes. No, I got you. That is very true. And okay, Sweet Pea Sid, welcome in. Yeah, okay, listening and spinning. Thanks for coming in. Yes, so I Spy. Yes, so let me tell you this. This is really interesting. So I think the pandemic actually changed that whole thing. I think it flipped the whole education thing on its ear. And the reason why is, when people lost work or they lost hours and they weren't earning as much money, colleges really increased their tuition so high that it's like it almost became not worth it. Yeah, it's kind of interesting. But I know in my area there are a couple of these trade schools that have popped up, and I've seen like barber schools popping up, and what's the other thing? So the trade schools. So there are two big ones in the county where I live, and they do automotive, electrical, plumbing, all those things like that, and the programs are stacked. I mean, they're very full. So that's sort of the way that people are going right now. Yep. And then, yeah, Felicia's saying, yeah, college is an endurance race. It really is. Yeah. And, so I think it's probably at this point now, because of the way the economy is, it's probably not bad to have both, because the thing is, you really need critical thinking. Critical thinking is the deal, with this whole thing, that I think a lot of the younger kids don't understand what that is. And everybody's saying hi. Yes. Yeah. So college, I think the best thing with college is it it teaches you critical thinking if you're really paying attention. So the whole idea is to build an argument, prove the argument, explain the argument, and then be able to back it up, which we don't see a whole lot of that out here. You know what I mean? A lot of people just, you know what I mean? But you have to say why. Like, why do you think it's that way? What's the point of this whole thing? Like, where are you going? You know what I mean? Where is this argument go? And when I say argument, I mean, you put a thesis out there. You say, I believe this because of these following reasons, and I back it up with this. People don't do that. So that's the part I think of education that a lot of the people are missing, being able to explain themselves, and then but like I said, but I also understand the trades, and the main thing is, like people who this is like the one thing it just blew my mind, and I just thought about it, is that people who repair sewing machines, like that's a really narrow but specific trade. And then the other one is the people that do the vacuum cleaners. That's a big deal, like to be able to repair those. And like that's a useful tool to have. If I could do, I wish I had it. Yes, yes. Police is saying yes. Logic and reason. Like people just don't understand that at all. Oops. Put this on the screen. Come on, fingers. There we go. Yep. Logic and hold on. Logic and reason. There we go. Yeah, people don't use that a lot, and that's really important. Because here's the thing. Like I think that everybody can have conversations about things, and you can disagree, but it's okay. I think, and so if you can back up why you believe what you believe, then it is. Yep. So anyway, so hola, Maritza, ¿cómo está? Good to see you. Yes. And I Spy Queen saying, hey. Oh, yeah. Now I have to ask you, Sweet Pea said, she said, I think too much critical thinking at time. Well, yeah, I mean, I am guilty of that also. Yeah. So, yeah, it's interesting. Yeah, so you have to be careful that you don't overthink it and all this. But I'll tell you what, in my experience, like a lot of this critical thinking has really helped me in some really sticky situations, and where I just, like sometimes you just want to go, but I've been really good. Yeah. So anyway, but the critical thinking is useful. And I always try to talk to, I try to tell this to my kids as well. And anyway, good to see you, I Spy Queen. Thank you so much for coming in. But I'm going to hang out for a couple more minutes. And I really appreciate everyone coming in and say, hey, but yeah, overthinking. Yeah, overthinking, you have to be careful of that. And I don't know if that's what you mean, Sweet Pea Sid, but there's that thing, where you can overthink. And I'll just give you an example. So I have a relative, an in-law, and we went to Target. This is such a random thing. We went to Target, and they had some stuff on sale. And we were sort of walking through, and it was like sheets and towels, basically. And I was with my sister-in-law, and she could not make up her mind about buying sheets. And she spent like an hour trying to figure out what sheets she wanted. And I thought, like, that is so overthinking, because it's not that deep. It's just sheets. Like if you buy the blue sheet or the red sheet, it really doesn't matter unless you don't like the blue sheet or I don't know. But I remember I said to her, I said, boy, you have a problem coming to a decision on something very, very simple. Like to me, something like that is really simple. It's not going to hurt anyone. But anyway, but good to see you, I Spy Queen. Hopefully I said goodbye. And she's saying, sorry, I have to go. Have a good one, everyone. So anyway, thanks for coming. And yes, and then Felicia's saying, industry has changed the model. Most things are now designed to fail, right, and be replaced rather than last and be repaired or maintained. Yeah, that is interesting. Right. And especially like they say like cars and stuff like that they go away. You have to get rid of them. Well, I just think of computers. That's like a big one because computers are pretty expensive for what they are, I think. And, they don't last long, right? And there's other stuff too, but that's the one thing I kind of remember. It brings to mind are like computers, things like that. But yeah, I mean, and and the sad part is too, and this is my opinion here, is that a lot of stuff is not made here in the United States, and we don't really have the technology to build a lot of this stuff or manufacturing. Manufacturing is very important. And I think that's where like a lot of policies that were made in the past have really hurt us now in the future. You know what I mean? And I don't think people realize that the reason why there's no manufacturing here is because a lot of the policies said, hey, you can send it overseas and we're going to give you healthy tax breaks if you do it. So it is very interesting. And they say, well, oh yeah, we'll just bring it back. Well, Rome wasn't built in a day, as they say, Like it's going to take years before we'll be able to bring manufacturing back, even if they want to. I don't even know if they even want to do that. Oh, you're argumentative. Okay. Yes, because you're argumentative. I like having facts before making judgment, and I analyze and observe a lot. Yeah, I do the same. And it's funny because I went to school with a lot of people that went to law school, and they were all kind of like that. and and it's great. And they're all like almost retiring now. It's crazy. But yeah, they were all kind of like that. And I have a friend of mine that has, so her son and her daughter-in-law are attorneys, and I think two out of three or four is it three kids or four kids? Well, whatever. It seems like two out of three might be going that law school situation, going down that road also. So it's interesting how and they're all kind of very logical in their arguments, and that's how they think. Yeah. So that's very interesting. So maybe that's what you should do, Sweet Pea Sid, at some point, if you can. I don't know if you're into the law, but yeah, that's very interesting. But yeah, they had kids that just followed, kind of the way they are. And it's genetics. It really is, you know, which is good. And I think the one is in law school right now, which I think is amazing. Yeah, law school's that's a tough road. And I know, like I said, I know about 5 people, 6 people that went through. It's crazy. I never had interest in that. I like the law, but I didn't want to practice the law. Yeah, I like medicine probably better. Oh, you did study criminal justice. Okay. Well, girl, you know what, that's your plan. I'm laying out your plan. See, I can figure out other people's lives instead of my own, which I think is hilarious. Yeah, so you need to think about it. Ponder that before you get past a certain age, because law school's tough. A lot of reading. Yes, that's funny. Okay, there we go. And then, F.R. Humphrey said she considered law school when she was younger. Yeah, it's very expensive right now. I mean, it was before, but now it's really, it's pricey. So it's a commitment. You know what I mean? And you don't want to start that commitment without thinking that through. Yeah, criminal justice. So you took a class too. Wow, you really enjoyed it. Yeah, that's the one thing I don't think I ever took. Yeah. But I like the justice part. I like how, like, for me, I know this sounds like really tacky, but I kind of like Judge Judy because she was one of those people who definitely listens to both sides and then says, what makes sense here? What doesn't make sense here? That's what I liked about her approach to that whole thing. Because she sort of sees through the stuff, the trash. And I like that. And you have to be, and see, and the whole thing is like with this, I think you have to be fair. And that's one of those things that I think a lot of times, in the criminal justice system, unfortunately, they don't prove the truth. They just, so you have to be really good at proving like the truth. Well, no, that's not true. You use the evidence that you have, right? But sometimes that's not the truth. And to me, that's what's tragic about the criminal justice system. Yeah. Yeah. Like what really happened? Not what does it look like? I'm like, what really happened? That's what I want to know. What happened? Mm. But they don't always look for that. So that's cool. So that's the plan for the week. Yeah, oh my gosh, we made it to the hour. Yay, I'm so happy. But anyway, I'm just happy that everybody, came in today. I really appreciate all the support on the channel. It's pretty cool. And let's see. So right now, so I have pinned to the top. Attitude is a little thing that it makes, goes a long way. Positive attitude. So let's keep that positive attitude going. And and just shoot for the right. No, yes, they only look at the evidence, right? Yep, that's what they do in law. Only at the evidence. But I just like I said, I like the little fact that Judge Judy adds in. What is the truth? Who's lying here? And that's what I think she's good. She always says, "Okay, who's telling the truth?" Mm. And she sort of weeds through all the stuff and figures it out. Sort of. I think think she does. I don't know. We got Tuber Chat. Hey, welcome in. Thanks so much for coming in. Word up. And I'm going to be doing a yard sale, or no, flea market haul. So there's some records, so you got to take a look, and I'll show you. But it'll be in a little bit, probably today or tomorrow. So we'll show you the records I got. They're pretty funny. And let's see, got some members links dropping. Thank you so much for the support. And let's see, Tuber Chat saying hey to FR Humphrey and Sweet Pea Sid. Yes. Everyone's saying hey. Hey. Uh-oh. Drizzle. Apparently could use some motivation. All right. Let me see. Let me give you one more. I'll give you one more. Let's see. All right. Oh, yeah. Here's a good one. And maybe I'll close with this one, because we were talking about, trying to set those goals and keep going. But yeah, that's good. How are you feeling? Hopefully you're feeling okay. Yes. He's saying howdy. And Drew, like I said, shout out to Drizzle. Oh, type Kelly in the chat, please, Drew. And if you need a theme song, I'm selling you, Drew. Because Drew did my theme song, which is exciting. All right. So here we go. This is we'll close out on this one. So don't worry about failures. Worry about the chances you miss when you don't even try. Ooh, that's a good one. And that's Jack Canfield. Oh, and I like this one too. Okay, so we got, let's see, there's Drizzle. So check out Drizzle. He's got some good music on there. And his last poem was good. It was good. And Breathe. I love this. Yes. Felicia, breathe. It is essential for life. That's correct. Yeah. And I'll even, talk a little bit about this real quick. It's like, yeah, it's really interesting. I used to have a little bit of stage fright, believe it or not. And for me, that's what got me through it. I would always have to take a breath. Yeah. Yep. Got to breathe. And when you're feeling a little stress, you breathe, and just take that air in real deep, hold it a couple seconds, and then let it out slow. And that's kind of what I do. Let's do it. Okay, I'm going to do it real quick. Let's do a quick breathe. Yeah, I like this. Thanks, Felicia. You ready? Okay, you're going to take it in, pull it in your belly real nice, and pull that in real hard. Hold it for a couple seconds and let it go. So I'm going to try it. Okay, ready? Let's breathe in. And let it out through your mouth. Okay, breathe in. Let's do it again. Breathe in through your stomach. Hold it. And breathe it out slow. And when you get real stressed, that really helps you kind of recenter and take yourself, back. And it takes that tension out, because sometimes things might make you, you were here the whole time. Nightbot. Yeah, every time you say hello, Nightbot will say hello. Yeah, I have to, I like that, but I don't like it about Nightbot. Yeah, I might fix that. Okay. And then let's see. Drizzle's saying, Karl Popper, whenever a theory appears to you as the only possible one, ooh, take this as a sign that you have neither understood the theory nor the problem which it was intended to solve. Ooh, that's, you're getting all deep on me at the end here. That's very interesting. Yeah, there's more than one way for sure. And that's the deal. Yeah, that's bottom line. So Karl Popper, like it. Yes. But, like I said, you got to take calculated risks, in life. And, so once again, let me go back. You got to set those goals. Let's see, set the goals. Think about where you want to go and figure out the steps, to get to that goal, right? You got to work it. You got to work that plan, right? And then, and then aim high. Like, make sure you aim high because, you may not hit that height where you want to get, but you're going to get real close. Or you make it. And then the thing is, if you don't try, don't worry about failing, because it doesn't have to be perfect, right? And but if you don't try, you're going to miss that chance. Yes. There you go. And that kind of sums up today's live stream. I'm loving it. But I'm going to put all this in the description at the end. Yeah, and then Felicia's saying that part, Drizzle. There we go. Yes. Let me see. So anyway, so very good. Yeah, and Drizzle, we always talk about these esoteric things. When on the when we're offline and we go, wow, this is so crazy. Also, that reminds me, hey, yeah, Drizzle, I'm going to send you the link. Oh, I'm going to give you a call after this. I have a question for you. But anyway, so thank you all so much for coming. Let me see. I'm going to put this new banner in. Let's see. I'm going to put this in. Be kind and considerate. Take care of yourself and eat well. And I want to say thank you all so much for coming. And let's see. What else? I'm going to do one other thing here. And I'm going to play out to Drizzle. Drizzle Stank. And he did my theme song, so I really appreciate you taking care of me. So here it goes. All right. Thank you so much for watching.
When does she bring it? Every day.
Every day.
How often does she bring it? Every day.
Every day.
Knitting, crafting, singing, and even crochet.
Every day.
When does she bring it? Every day. I bring it every day.
Every day.
Bring it every day.
Every day.
I bring it every day.
Every day.
Bring it every day. When does she bring it? Every day. How often does she bring it?
Every day.
Knitting, crafting, singing,
Every day.
crochet. When does she bring it?
Every day.
Cooking up something hot on Friday night. Come and stop by. I bring it every day.
Every day.
All right. We'll see you soon. Thanks. Bye-bye.